Hello and welcome to another episode of Time About the Movies Flashback. A week late and $1 short, but we got 3 movies to take a look at for Friday, March the 13th of 1987. First one's not so great, but then after that, that's when you get to the good stuff. So let's just get right to it. Let's start off with the biggest of the 3 new releases. Biggest in the fact that it made more money in the first weekend, but needless to say, the other 2 movies that we're going to talk about definitely had the longer lasting legs here. But here's Burt Reynolds in Heat.
Burt Reynolds is back.
Could you tell me something about yourself, please?
And he's hotter than ever before.
I need for you to help me.
And if I get killed?
I want this guy so bad for what he did to me.
I lectured on economics at Yale.
Are you scared?
I'm a licensed pilot. And I can memorize the front page of the New York Times in 5 minutes.
And apparently I can't run for shit. So this is Heat, good old Canon Films, right when they were kind of on the downward spiral in terms of their long-term success in general. But this is a story about Burt Reynolds as a ex-mercenary working as a bodyguard in Las Vegas. The script for this was written by William Goldman, who, of course, would later go on to write other notable movies and win 2 Academy Awards. Well, actually, he won 2 Academy Awards before this, but Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and All the President's Men. And he would later go on to write The Princess Bride, which went on to become a movie later on. Was it this year or last year? Was it this year or 88? No, it was this year, 87. But yeah, overall, yeah, it's a canon movie. It's kind of what you expect in general, but it's one I barely remember. I don't even think I actually saw it, honestly. I thought I did, but it's one of those movies that you see on USA back in the day. Like, it would have been one of those movies you'd see on USA during the afternoons, like during one of those, here's a Burt Reynolds movie marathon of movies that we were so cheap to go grab from the studios and all that. Like, that type of stuff where, I don't even think TNT probably would have aired this back then, but yeah, as you can tell, I have not seen this movie in a long, long time, but from what I remember from it, it wasn't that great overall. It was just largely stuff that was barely forgettable. But hey, you ever wanted to see Burt Reynolds and Peter MacNicol in a movie together? Here you go. And also Howard Hessman from Head of the Class. So take that for what you will. Okay, well, let's just move on to the good stuff, because yeah, I don't have anything much more to say about Heat, but I have a lot to say about Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn.
Years ago, in this quiet forest, in this cozy cabin, something happened. Something so frightening. Something so deadly. Something so evil. We prayed it would never happen again. Now, from the creator of Evil Dead comes Evil Dead 2. Dead by Dawn.
Hell to the fucking yeah, man. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, the second installment of the Evil Dead series. Of course, following up on the last movie, which was originally released in 1981, even though the trailer says 4 years ago. But then again, it got its wider release in 1983. But this is considered both a remake and a sequel, or a requel, if you will, of The Evil Dead, which Bruce Campbell is back as Ash Williams, who vacations with his girlfriend to a remote cabin in the woods. He discovers an audio tape of recitations from a book of ancient texts, and when the recording is playing, it unleashes a number of demons which possesses and torment him. I mean, literally, the opening of the movie is exactly the way the last movie ended, except with a much more impressively put together shot of the camera going straight towards them this time around, instead of the first movie where it's just literally was one straight shot. But yeah, they did a very good job of handling this overall. And yeah, it's definitely a lot better than the original movie is. And the original movie is a great film, but man, this is definitely the best of the bunch. I mean, this is a movie where you can tell the practical effects were in full effect here. You know, a lot of great people who are known for their makeups work. Greg Nicotero, Robert Kurtzman, Tom Sullivan, Mark Shostrom. I mean, they all worked on this movie, and it's just a badass movie, man. It's a movie that is very good, very scary, very hilarious. It is mostly just a comedy, pretty much, but a fun comedy overall, with some of the most memorable moments in the entire series. I mean, what more can you say that hasn't already been said already? I know I said I got a lot to say about it, but I don't know, the Evil Dead movies overall were very good. I don't think there's ever been a bad Evil Dead movie. I think the worst one was maybe the 2013 one, but even then, it's not a bad movie. It's just not as good as them. Not as good. I don't even think it's that bad, honestly. Like, yeah, I don't really think there is a bad Evil Dead movie. Even Evil Dead Rise is not a bad movie. The first Evil Dead movie is great. Army of Darkness is great. I mean, everything from the Evil Dead has been pretty spot on. I mean, even if you don't like horror all that much, there's still a lot to admire about the Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, and all these films together. I mean, I got nothing else for you. Evil Dead 2 is fucking badass. Go see it if you haven't seen it already. And you should do the same for our last movie, too. The Coen Brothers, with their follow-up to Blood Simple, and that is Raising Arizona.
Son, you got a panty on your head. Just drive fast.
The first time I met Ed was in the county lockup in Tempe, Arizona. Flower you are. A day I'll never forget.
I do.
You bet I do.
Okay, then.
My lawless years were behind me. Our child-rearing years lay ahead. But biology conspired to keep us childless.
You go right back up there and get me a toddler. I need a baby tide. I got more than I can handle.
At the time, Ed's little plan seemed like the solution to all our problems. And the answer to all our prayers.
He's beautiful.
What? Are you kidding? We got us a family here.
I want Nathan Jr. back.
What's his name?
Ed Jr.
Hi, Junior.
So far, we've just been using Junior.
We call him Junior.
He's out there somewhere.
Hold on, Nathan. We're gonna go pick up Daddy.
I've been taking these Huggies and, whatever cash you got.
You busted out of jail.
We released Shaz on our own recognizance. What Double here is trying to say is we felt the institution no longer had anything to offer us.
We got a child now. Everything's changed.
Where's Junior? Who the hell are you?
Oh, man.
We're absolutely going to get it back. This ain't no question about that.
Give me that baby, you warthog from hell!
Hey, you want to know another thing? I'm going to be a better person from here on out. Let's go get Nathan Jr.
Raising Arizona. A comedy beyond belief.
Well, it ain't Ozzy and Harriet.
I mean, just another classic movie, man. This is the Coen Brothers' follow-up to Blood Simple, their first film, and this is, of course, their second film. And you have Nicolas Cage as an ex-convict and Holly Hunter, a former police officer, and his wife, as they want a baby so much. They can't have one because, Holly Hunter's character can't have one, and so she basically decides to go and steal one of the 5 babies that they have from this furniture. What's the word you can use here? Furniture. I always keep thinking I have the words ready, and then I can't say it. Furniture mogul. So they kidnap one of the babies. They rename him Nathan Jr., and they try to raise a family. But of course, Nicolas Cage's ex-convict buddies, one of them played by John Goodman, breaks out of prison and wants them to go back and do crimes again. But Nicolas Cage is trying to go straight, even though he's still going around pretending to be a robber. I mean, you see the scene where he's just like, I'll be taking these diapers and any money you got in there. It's just like, and that's the beauty and the charm of Raising Arizona. It's just the absurdist, over-the-top comedy. It really does feel like a live-action Looney Tunes movie, and you add in the cinematography of a young Barry Sonnenfeld and a great cast all across the board, and the writing style of the Coen brothers, and you just have a classic movie that just works on so many levels. It's a very funny movie, a very clever movie, a really enjoyable film, just so much enjoyment all across the board. There is very rarely any flaws with this movie whatsoever. It's a movie you watch and you never get tired of it because it's just so fucking funny every single time. Like, it's a movie that just keeps you laughing. It's very well done. It's a masterpiece. What more do I have to say, man? Raising Arizona is a cinematic classic, plain and simple. And that wraps up another edition of Time About the Movies Flashback. Next time around, some more classic movies. Richard Donner directs Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon, the first Lethal Weapon movie. We have the controversial Robert De Niro, Mickey Rourke film Angel Heart. We'll talk more about that controversy next time around. And we'll also take a look at Barry Levinson's Tin Men, which features, I think I know who's in this one, but I gotta check just to see. It is a Barry Levinson movie, and it stars Richard Dreyfuss, Danny DeVito, and Barbara Hershey, and comes out just before Good Morning Vietnam, which was the much more successful Barry Levinson movie. This one, not as successful, but does that make it a bad movie? We'll take a look at next time and see for ourselves. But with all that said, thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, the subscribe button, and a notification button. And also, don't forget to hit the playlist on the next page, as well as the previous episode. And I'll see you guys next time for the next episode. So until then, take care.